Hi everyone, welcome back to Robotics Automate Academy. Today we'll be starting a new chapter called List. They are very important because they can store multiple types of data and multiple pieces of data in one place. That's the basic / main idea of list. Today I will just teach you what are lists and how they are useful and important. In the next video we will be programming. In the next video you will be learning how to create, access and look through list. Now let's get started. People create list to organize information and make it easier to access and change. You use list in Python for the same reason. In many situations, you really do need some sort of organizational aid to hold data. For example, you might want to create a single place to look for days of the week or months of the year. The names of these items would appear in a list. The Python specification defines a list as a kind of sequence. Sequences simply provide some means of allowing multiple data items to exist together in a single storage unit but as separate entities. Think about one of those large mail holders you see in apartment buildings. A single mail holder can contain a number of mailboxes, each of which can contain mail. Python supports other kinds of sequences as well. You will see the sequences in a minute. Of all these sequences, lists are the easiest to understand and are the most directly related to a real world object. Working with list helps you become better able to work with other kinds of sequences that provide greater functionality and improved flexibility. The point is that the data is stored in a list much as you would write it on a piece of paper. One item comes after another as shown. The list has a beginning, a middle and an end. As shown in the image, the items are numbered. Even if you might not normally number them in real life, Python always numbers the items for you. The computer doesn't view list in the same way that you do. It doesn't have an internal notepad and use a pen to write on it. A computer has memory. The computer stores each item in a list in a separate memory location. The memory is contagious, so as you add new items, they are added to the next location in memory. In many respects, the computer uses something like a mailbox to hold your list. The list as a whole is the mail holder. As you add items, the computer places it in the next mailbox within the mail holder. Just as the mailboxes are numbered in a mail holder, the memory slots used for a list are numbered. The number begin with 0, not with 1 as you might expect. Each mailbox receives the next number in line. A mail holder with the months of the year would contain 12 mailboxes. The mailboxes would be numbered from 0 to 12, not 1 to 12 as you might think. Getting the numbering scheme down as quickly as possible is essential because even experienced developers get into trouble by using 1 and not 0 as a starting point at times. Depending on what sort of information you place in each mailbox, the mailboxes need not be of the same size. Python lets you store a string in one mailbox, an integer in another, and a floating point value in another. The computer doesn't know what kind of information is stored in each mailbox and it doesn't care. All the computer sees is one long list of numbers that could be anything. Python performs all the work required to treat the data elements according to the right type and to ensure that when you request item number 5, you actually get item number 5.